You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts.
All right, Black and White Sports supporters. Well, let's talk about NFL quarterbacks. We got one piece of news coming by way of the Jets, and you're like, wait, what is happening here exactly? We got another one that we kind of somewhat expected, I think, but yeah. So we're talking about Carson Wentz. Carson Wentz. Let's start with Carson Wentz, and then we'll get to Geno, right? Frank Reich, of course, is the offensive coordinator for the New York Jets. You're reading that headline correctly. May turn to Carson Wentz at quarterback. Wait, starting quarterback? Question mark? Oh. Are the Jets tanking before the season ever starts? Because it just feels like that's what they're doing. But what I don't understand is, Aaron Glenn, you're not going to have a job. You do realize that. I think Aaron Glenn barely hung on to his gig. And a lot of people argued he should be out the door. Who is this? Michael David Smith at PFT. New Jets offensive coordinator Frank Reich may want to bring back one of his old quarterbacks to run his offense again. Carson Wentz. Carson Wentz is Reich's preferred option because of the relationship they built during their time previously spent together, according to Connor Hughes of SNY. So I went and looked. Sure enough, there we go. Agents who met with the Jets at the Combine believe the team prefer to sign two veteran quarterbacks in free agency. The other names, I did go look up one of the articles that was written. Geno Smith is an option here, by the way. I was like, would Geno go back to the Jets? Like, I guess maybe if nobody else was offering a deal, question mark? Would Geno go back there? I don't know. Where the scene of the crime all began? I was surprised. I really was. Both aspects. I was surprised. Now, Frank Reich in the Colts. Pretty good year, actually. 62% completion, 3,500 yards, 27 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. Had a 95 passer rating. That was the year that there was a terrible game at the end of the year. Colts lost, I believe, to the Jaguars. All right. Carson Wentz had a Carson Wentz kind of game. And they missed the playoffs. Jim Irsay reportedly got furious and demanded Frank Reich cut Carson Wentz. But word has it, Frank Reich actually wanted to keep Carson Wentz because he was pretty solid for us, actually. He wanted to keep him and bring him back as the quarterback the next season. I'm just pointing that out. I don't know how many people realize that. And then, of course, it's sort of been downhill ever since then. Carson ended up with the Redskins, Rams, Chiefs, and then last year with the Vikings. 6 touchdowns, 5 picks. That ain't going to get it done. 65%, 1,200 yards. Not great. Again, the interceptions is always an Achilles heel with Carson. Wow. The Raiders are releasing last season's starting quarterback Geno Smith, barring a trade, before the start of the new year. By releasing Smith, the Raiders will open up $8 million in salary cap space while taking on $18.5 million in dead money. Geno Smith says, God is the greatest. Thank you, Lord. Geno is ready to be done in Vegas. Now, one of the things I touched on was in a couple of different videos about quarterbacks during the Combine. The NFL teams around the league view Geno's time with the Raiders as being on the Raiders and not Geno. That they feel like the Chip Kelly mess And the Raiders organization is who's to blame for Geno Smith's performance, not Geno. Now, Raiders fans, judging by the response, I mean, look, Geno puts this post up, and holy crap, Raiders fans got on it. God. Woo-wee. I mean, puts a godly post up, starts getting drug. God help you throw that many interceptions last year? Good Lord. Yes, he is. Thank you, Lord. You are straight pee-pee water. Pee-pee water? I guess I ain't never heard that quite before. The pee-pee water. Wow. Come home. Jets fan. Jets fan. What? This was great. Bigger bust, Geno or Jamarcus Russell? Stop it. Stop it. Definitely Jamarcus. Bro had one good year, then he wrote back, more washed than a laundromat. Nah, Geno's had some good seasons. Plural. Now you can go throw 17 picks for somebody else. The thing I pointed out the other day was, how come Geno and Jimmy Garoppolo went to the Raiders and then crashed and burned? I mean, I'm just saying, after being a solid quarterback with the Niners, Jimmy goes to the Raiders. Next thing you know, he's throwing interceptions everywhere. Geno goes to the Raiders. He's throwing interceptions everywhere. Geno's about to have a third act with somebody. Now, Geno is rumored to the Jets. I mean, that would be classic. To come back, can you imagine him coming back around and actually having a good year with the Jets? Hey, Geno, can you ask God if hell's froze over? I mean, you think he would know? I was like, right now, I bet hell's froze over. Just a guess. Just a guess. Wow. By the way, Geno did throw 17 picks. Had 19 touchdowns, threw 17 picks. Again, I would have loved to have seen what would Geno have looked like not in Chip Kelly's offense, which, Tom Brady, what was you doing? Tom Brady, what was you doing? I got to tell you, there's a lot of talk in New England about the post-playing career reputation of Tom Brady. Now that this Alex Guerrero thing has surfaced and Max Crosby wants out and these other players can't stand Alex Guerrero's ass, can you cut the cord from that dude? Just wondering. Alex Guerrero's turning into the Jack Easterby's of the Alex Guerreros. If you don't know who Jack Easterby is, he was a preacher or priest that tried to worm his way into the Houston Texans organization and sort of like take it over. Yeah. That sounds strange to you? Yeah, it should. Tell me what you think. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.